Hey guys, is are you guys getting any buffering? I just dropped everything, all the settings down some in OBS and switched up to 720 instead of 1080. Yeah, I just gotta focus the cameras in. Hey Richard. There we go. Now the cameras are clear. So upside, we did contact CenturyLink and we are getting our internet upgraded. So we'll have the faster speeds. Downside is apparently it's going to be February 28th before they can get here. So that sucks. So in the meantime, I'm trying to play with other settings to see if I can deal with this buffering issue by knocking the settings down a bit. So if things don't look as clear as they used to on screen, I apologize. I had to knock it down to 720. To try and get it to stay green. So if anybody starts getting buffering, let me know. Because I'm trying to get the buffering issue fixed. Hey, Hidden. And then hopefully I'm gonna do a clean sweep on my computer soon and see if that helps and gets all the cameras working right again at least. But I'm still hoping within the next few weeks to be able to get this computer replaced. But, you know, of course that costs money, so as soon as I can save up enough money to get it, I will get this thing replaced. Yeah, it seems like it's staying green now. My only concern at 720 is that stuff's not going to look as good to you guys, and you're going to be thinking like, well, that doesn't look all that good. So I have that concern. Like, I don't know. Let me just grab a quarter. I have a quarter sitting here. I mean, does that look all right at 720? Does it look clear? Or at least clear enough that you can tell what it is and tell that it's uncirculated and all that? Does it look all right? Yeah. West Side says meh. West Side, is it good enough that you can make a judgment call? That's the important part. You trust my word. That's not what I asked. Hopefully the coins look okay to you guys and look like they're supposed to look. So I'd mentioned last week, now that I'm going to have more free time, that I'm going to start trying to get some additional side content going. And one of the things that I said is I was going to try and get into doing some coin roll hunting streams again soon. Well, brand new unopened box of pennies. So I'll be doing that over some live streams soon. Probably the first one this week at some point. Later in the week. It's been a long time since I've gone through a penny box. I just haven't had the time. Yeah, so I'm trying to get all the technical stuff dealt with. You know, get everything in a good position for the next 5 years of Cheapskate Coins. So the more you guys can dig deep and get these sellouts going, the faster I'll be able to get everything upgraded and get it all doing good again. And of course, you guys get goodies for doing it. We'll be working on starting to rebuild our collection again, so that's been nice. Been getting my Kennedy collection built back up again. Oh, we just added a 31S back to our wheat cent collection. So that one's coming along again. We had, back before we had to sell everything, we had it was all but, I think it was all but 2. I think we're only missing 2 wheat cents, if I remember right. I think it was just the 09 SVDB and the 14D were the only 2 we didn't have. And then we had to sell the entire collection, so we had to start over. And the same with the Kennedys. I had all of the clad Kennedy, or all of the basic Kennedys were done. I was into proofs and silver proofs. And then, of course, like the gold Kennedy and stuff like that was where I was at. And then we ended up having to sell that whole collection, so I've been slowly getting it built back up again. Still got a long way to go on that one again. I don't even have all of the basic dates yet, but I'll get there. It'll be quite a while, though, before I can build my Ancients collection up again. Out of that whole collection, I only ever kept 3 coins. And I still have those 3 coins. I will not get rid of those 3 coins. I don't care. Unless somebody offered me, like, an absolutely stupid amount of money for them, I would never get rid of them. Yeah, I want to get back into half boxes. It's just, you know, having $500 to just be sitting on while I go through a box of halves. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, a few of them that are in my collection now are from the last Kennedy box that I did on a stream. So, some of the proofs and some of the uncirculated dates were from that box. That is a good thing about, you know, if anybody's never done it, that is a good thing about $half boxes is silver is getting incredibly slim pickings. So it's rare that you're going to find silver in a $half box anymore. You still can, but it's getting really rare. But because Kennedys aren't really used in circulation anymore, you get a lot of really, really nice example coins out of boxes. And you can also get proofs. All right, I'm going to give it 3 more minutes. Then we're going to get the beginning stuff out the way and get this thing going. Trade dollars. You've asked me that like 8 times, dude. Grant, I know it's going to be quite a while before I can start collecting trade dollars. Those things are expensive. Because when I do start doing the trade dollars, I want to get like decent quality ones. I don't want to have to settle for like, you know, VFs. I want to get at least AUs. Wow, I actually never would have guessed, Hidden, that I've been into coins longer than you. That's actually surprising. Yeah, his trade dollar collection is nice. Definitely. So I've been into coins for basically right about 40 years. And it was actually finding Indians in pocket change is what got me into it. Because that's how old I am. When I was a kid, you could still get Indians in pocket change. I'll be 48 in July. You get Indians and Buffalo nickels. Both were still common in pocket change. And the wheat cents were like, those were everywhere. Back in that day, if you did a penny box, probably half of it was wheats. Of course, that was also still back in the day where you could go get Morgan dollars for $1 at a bank. They would still get them in every now and then. Alright, for anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. Use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Kachera. That's me. You are in the right place. Shipping is $6 to $23. So far, that has not gone up yet. So, here's hoping. Hey, cool. We're right about the same age. So $6 being the little purple bow mailers, $23 being a large flat rate box. Excuse me, I did not see that. I'll have to check it out at some point. I have not figured out how to do shorts. I haven't really tried either, but. So $6 being the little purple bow mailers, $23 being a large flat rate box. If you want your package sent registered, there's an additional $35 charge on top of that for registration. It's the only way you can insure coins all the way through the mail. I always forget to remember to remind people of this, so I take advantage of remembering it right now. We only ship U.S. We do not do international shipping. If you live in any of the outer territories, Guam, whatever like that, we do still... Well, thanks for bursting that bubble. Okay, so postage is going up on the 21st. Now we know. Yeah, if you live in any of the outer territories, that still qualifies as the U.S. If you're new, you can get stuff tonight. You just have to email us by the end of the night. Email has to have your personal info, shipping info, channel name, which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If we don't get the email by the end of the night, you will not get anything, and we never ship without payment. Have I gotten any Bill albums yet? I have not. I have not been able to order any yet. I'm going to try and get some soon. Here's our Facebook link. If you're on Facebook, go give us a follow. Our lot list is on there. It is the top post. We do put the lot list on there every day we have a sale. We also have a mailing list. If you want to be on the mailing list, send me an email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com, and say, add me to the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, you will get the lot list a few days before every sale. And you have the ability to pre-purchase items from that list as soon as it hits. It is still first come, first serve. So if you see something, don't wait, jump on it. Just keep in mind, pre-purchases do have to be paid for by the evening before the sale, unless you make prior arrangements with us first. All right, let's get this thing going. Hopefully we'll have some more people jump in. All right, so just like last week, banknotes this week, they're all the same banknote. I know a lot of you have been really liking these, and I managed to get a hold of some more. And the rest of my banknotes haven't been gone through and labeled yet, so I just threw a bunch of these in. We did sell one in pre-sale, so we have 9 available. As always, they are going to be $5 a piece. And they are the 1910 1000 mark red seals from Germany. These are the ones that had the green seal version and the red seal version. These are the reds. $5 each. And then the green seal version, when you see the greens, the ink right here will also be green. And then the ink back here will also be green. Anybody? So these are some of the large banknotes for anybody who's never seen one in person. These are in page protectors that have been cut down. You can fit it's basically a half a page protector to be able to protect one of these things. Here's number 2. Anybody? These are in really good condition, by the way. Hopefully in my new 720p you can tell that. Honestly, I could not tell you. I don't remember either. I'd be assuming it wasn't something we already shipped to you. But yeah, you can check real fast. Give me a sec. One moment. Aaron, you have one of each in there. You have a green and a red. So you got one of both. Yeah, you've got one of both, Aaron. You have a green and a red. All right. We're going to move on. If anybody decides you want any of those, let me know. Actually surprised nobody grabbed any. Usually those things go quick. All right, medallions. The first 5 on the list went in pre-sale. You're welcome. So we are on to those of you that like collecting the space stuff. You guys are going to be happy tonight. This is the Apollo 12. Large high relief bronze medallion in an acrylic block. Over $10. Conran, Gordon, and Bean. Hey, at least the one thing you know when it's in acrylic like that is in 10,000 years, it's still going to look like that. Yeah, I've cracked a couple Morgans out of acrylic blocks. You can get these out. It just takes some work. And you got to be careful. Moving on. To the Apollo 13. Probably the most famous of the Apollo missions. Apollo 13. Or Kevin Bacon. Alright, moving on. To Apollo 14. Man, no one. Alright, moving on. Next up is Apollo 15. Oh, it's got the moon buggy. "67 hours on the moon." And this one's going to Aaron. Congrats, Aaron. All right, and then the last medallion for the night. Apollo 16. "71 hours on the moon." Tell you what, anybody wants all 4 of the remaining ones, I'll do it for 28 bucks. That drops them down to $7 each. Aaron, if you grab them, I'll make it 35 for all of them. That makes the one you just got also $7. Done and done. Cool. All of these going to Aaron. That is possibly going to upgrade you to a medium, though. Just FYI. So that makes it 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. All right. Coinage. All right, kicking off tonight is some non-silver world coinage. Got 5 of these available tonight. 3 of them are VFs, 2 are EFs. These are 1919 20 cash from Hunan, China. The VFs are $10 each. The EFs are $12 each. So there's VF number 1. VF number 2. These are all going to Richard. Congrats, sir. There's number 3, Richard. There's EF number 1, Richard. And your EF number 2. Congrats, sir. All right. Next up, I do have 2 ancients for you guys tonight. Ancients tonight are all labeled and contributed by Rick Snow. First one is 235 to 270 AD Rome. This is a bronze Antoninus Gordian 3. Seer number 8604, Rick number 35. It is at a VF for 40 bucks. For anybody who doesn't know, the Seer and Rick numbers, those are the catalog numbers for Ancients. And this one's going to Richard. Congrats, sir. And it does have on the back, Richard, all the stuff about it. If you get Ancients from other sources other than just me, Richard, I would love to see your Ancients collection someday. Because it must be crazy. And then the second one, 365 or 355 to 360 80 Rome bronze Centenonalis Julian II Thessalonica Mint. There's your Seer and Rick numbers. This one's in an EF. 50 bucks. And going to Richard. Oop, that's upside down. By the way, for anybody who doesn't know Ancients, right there, that's the mint mark. Mint marks are typically found on the bottom of the reverses. And it'll usually be 3 or 4 letters. And that's based on what those letters are, is your mint. Yeah, that one's nice. It's got a ton of detail still left. All right. World Silva time. The turkey coin went in pre-sale, so we are kicking off. It's been a long time since I've had some Israel in here. But I finally got a hold of some again. First one, 1970 Type 1, 10 Lyrit, 90% silver BU, 22,434 of these were ever made. Going for 40 bucks. Does have some edge design. I don't know how well I can get that. Let's see if I can get that a little better. Yeah, there you go. Got some edge print on there. Anybody? And just like with all world coins, figure that 75 to 80% of these have been melted down by now. So you're looking at what, maybe like probably 5,000-6,000 tops of these things are still out there. All right, moving on. That's actually surprising. I figured for sure somebody would have wanted that. I'll guess not. Next up is 1974 Type 1 10 Lyrit Proof. Upside down. 90% silver. Less than 50,000 of these were minted. And again, going for 40 bucks. There we go. That's right side up. Also has some of the edge print and edge design. First time you've seen a proof of this particular coin? Well, there you go. All right, moving on. Next up, 1974 Type 2. Tin Lyret. 90% silver BU. 108,000 minted. 40 bucks. That's over 3 coins right now. We've still yet to actually hit 110 or 200,000 minted between 3 coins. No, they're Type 1 and Type 2 have are different designs, and there's a BU and a proof for each one. And all 3 of these so far are going to Richard. Congrats, sir. Next up, there's 2 of these available. These are the last 2 from Israel. Also at 40 bucks each. These are 1975 25 Lyret proofs. 90% silver. These are the 25th anniversary commemorative proofs. 39,807 of these ever made. One going to Aaron. Any takers on the second? You got all the 10s, Richard. You want a 25 to add to? All right, second one's going to Richard. right. Next up, this one's even rarer than all of those Israels. This is the 1969 FMNI, 1 dinar from Tunisia. 925 sterling silver proof, 15,000 of these were made. Going for 35 bucks. And hidden elephants. It's got elephants, pachyderms. It's got 3 of them. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next up, going to Mexico. Hey, Cindy. Kicking off Mexico tonight's an oldie. 1843 half real. 90% silver. It's in a good. It is hold, which is why it's only 10 bucks. Anybody on an 1843 half real? Oh, hey, here we want to add to it. An oldie. Something I find funny. People will complain about getting coins from the old, 1800s and back that have holes in them. Yet they'll pay thousands of dollars for a cob coin, which is literally a coin that's been cut up into chunks. All right, moving on. To the 1948 1 peso. 50% silver AU, 10 bucks. Yep, they would tie them to their clothes or string them on necklaces. It also said they wouldn't lose it. Alright, moving on to the 1953 5 peso. 72% silver BU, 28 bucks. I know these aren't as clear tonight because I had to drop down to the 720 to get the buffering to stop. But this is a gorgeous coin. Hey, Bo. Yeah, I've not even seen you when you're... I haven't seen your Bo account even pop up in chat. Which is weird because it should show up. It always has before. Well, if there's anything that didn't sell that you hit bin on, let me know. That way we can get that corrected. Oh yeah, you weren't even showing up in chat. I'm sorry about that, man. I've never blocked him. That's weird. Now I want to know why you're not showing up in chat. Yeah, I'll have to go into the settings and make sure that... I'm not going to do it right now, but... make sure that that didn't happen somehow. Alright, moving on. Try and get that figured out. Next up, 1968, 25 pesos. We actually have 3 of these. We got a BU for 22 bucks, and then we have 2 proof likes for 25 bucks each. That's the $22 one. And then here are the 2 proof likes. These are the $25 each. Check that out. That is frosty. Yeah, I have no idea, man. I'll try and see on my side, but I have no idea. Hopefully we can get it figured out. 'Cause I don't want you missing out on stuff because of YouTube. And here is the other one. Frosty even in 720. These are, man. These are nice. Anybody? One proof light going to Aaron. All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want any of the rest of that Mexico, let me know. All right, next up, we got one coin from Barbados. This one comes in at just over an ounce of silver in this coin. This is the 1979 $10 going to Jay. Congrats, Jay. I got your bin. You got it, Aaron. It came through on my side. Congrats, Jay. Where is... There it is. Where is the card? Sorry, one sec. Trying to find his placer card. Oop, there it is. All right. Next up, we got two coins from the Netherlands. Yeah, Barbados has some very cool stuff. So does Costa Rica. Like, all the island nations have cool coins. All right, kicking off. Netherlands tonight is a bit of an oldie. It's a 1904 10 cent. 64% silver in fine. Going for $10. It's got some toning going on. Looks kind of cool. Anybody on the oldies? I don't have anything silver from the Cayman Islands, but I have some of the non-silver coins from there. All right, moving on to the 1930 2.5 golden. 72% silver, extremely fine, 25 bucks. Silver first, gold second, clad third. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't afford to do it that way because we sell all the silver and gold to you guys, so for us, it's primarily clad. And then some of the silver coins, if they go, 10 shows and nobody wants them, then we'll add them to our collection because nobody else wanted them. Yep, these are large coins. And we do not own a single gold coin. Man, nobody. All right, moving on. Next up, we have one coin from Switzerland. $19.20 half franc. 83.5% silver. AU. Going for $8. Man, only 4 people on right now. Oop, now I'll just jump back up. Back up to 7. Yeah, at one point. I'd like to get up to the point where we actually finally have like 20 plus people on every night. That'd be nice. I just like when it's an active stream. Even if most of them aren't buying anything, just having them involved in the conversation. It's just nice. I like having active. Helps the time go by faster, Those times when I go 45 minutes, nobody buys anything and nobody says anything. That just drives me insane. Alright, moving on. It's like, I get it if you don't want the stuff or you don't have the money for the stuff, but at least talk. All right, next up, got a couple from France. First one is 1915, 2 francs. 83.5% silver, BU, very cool toning. $18. Going to West Side, Gratzer. And then the second coin from France. $19.18, 2 francs. Also with very cool toning. Also a BU. Also 18 bucks. That is sharp. Check out that. That is a good, hard, sharp strike. Going to Aaron Gratzer. Yeah, they have. I've noticed that. I get far less. Hey, Silver Knight. I get far less French coins than I used to. For sure. World silver as a whole is getting harder to find. You know, there's only like 2 dates pre-07 that even exist, right? All right, this next one, this one's going to blow your minds a little bit. It blew my mind when I saw it. This is the only Britain coin we have tonight. Check this out. 1919 shilling BU. 925 sterling silver. NGC list on this coin is 150 bucks. I'm doing it for 85. That is gorgeous. I hope the 720p is doing it at least a little bit of justice. This coin is beautiful. Anybody? 85 bucks. Very rare you'll ever see these that nice. By the way, if anybody was hoping, all 3 of the Bahamas coins went in pre-sale. So they are gone already. CM Silver is still around. He just isn't in the streams a lot because he works. CM Silver buys most of his stuff on through the mailing list because he can't be at most of the streams. He still gets stuff from me almost every week. All right, moving on. All right, next up, we got some USA Philippines. We don't have the one Aaron's looking for, but... All right, first one, we've got 6 available. 2 of them are EFs, 3 are AUs. These are the 1944 D, 10 centavos. EFs are $3 each. Oh. All right, that's a typo. That's supposed to say 4. Let me fix that. Had that one marked wrong. There we go. EFs are $4 each. And then the AUs are $6 each. So again, there's 2 EFs, 4 AUs. I don't know, as weird as YouTube doesn't even let me delete my own chats anymore. The little 3 dots that you would normally select to delete a chat aren't there anymore for anything that I put in chat. So I can't delete the typo. So there's EF number 1. Just one of the $4 ones. Oh, it was a 10 centavo. That's why it's $3. So that's the $3 one. There we go. So it wasn't a typo. I was just not paying attention. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into a few things on here to figure out why things are going wonky. So anybody on this one for $3 for the 10 centavo 44D. 75% silver, $3. So the 20 centavos, there's actually only 1 EF. The rest are AUs. All right, moving on. All right, here's the EF for the 20 centavo. That's the $4 one. And then here are the AUs. If anybody wants all of these, I'll do a bundle deal for you guys. That one's almost a BU. There's like just the slightest little bit of wear on it. Which is why I called it an AU. And it's right there on the shield. Anybody? All right. Moving on. And the last one. It's the first time I've had any of these in a very long time. 1907 S, 1 peso. Dark toned VF, $25. Going to Aaron. Gratzer. Alright. Anybody decide you want any of that other USA, Philippines, let me know. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to just cough in all your ears. All right, we are on to American coinage. Kicking off with some U.S. large cents. First one is 1824. It's got good details, but it does have that chop mark. So because of that, I'm pricing it as an about good at 30 bucks. Anybody? I do have a little bit of wiggle room on that if anybody wants to make an offer. Yeah, Bahamas went in pre-sale. All right, moving on. Next up is 1841. And a good for 20 bucks. Probably make an argument on this one for a low VG. Surprising thing on this one is it's still got a little bit of its original color. Anybody? Lucky to get Barbados. Yeah, that was a cool coin. All right, moving on. All right, this next one is one of our showcase coins for tonight. This is an 1844 extremely fine, graded by Rick Snow. 110 bucks. Check that beauty out. And going to Jack then. Grats, sir. Let me show you your reverse real quick. That is a gorgeous coin. All right, and then the last one for the large cents. $18.47 and about good. Over 10 bucks. Tell you what, anybody wants all three of these? It's the 24, the 41, and the 47. I'll do all three for 43 bucks. That's $17 off. That's my break-even price on those. Oh yeah, it's a very good deal on those. Anybody? All three, 43 bucks. All right. Moving on. To a couple of 2-centers. All right, so these are all 1865s. There's 3 available, but we've got a plain 5 and about good for 10. A plain 5 in VG for 15. And then we've got a fancy 5. VG for 15. So there's the about good plain 5. That's the $10 one. Here's the plain 5 VG. Things get that like dark chocolate toning on them, and then it's hard to see. And Richard is bidding all 3. Gratzer. I was actually kind of surprised you didn't do the deal on the large cents. Next up, we got some nickel 3-centers. I think in most cases it's probably because they already have it. So they figure, why get another one? All right, so I've got 2 of these available. These are 1865 3-cent nickel. Both in fine, 15 bucks each. That deal on the 3 large cents is still available if you want it. And both going to Richard. Congrats, sir. You want the large cent deal? All right. So that drops out from 30 to 23. That one drops from 20 to 13. That one drops from 10 to 7. For the deal. All right, and then the last 3-center. $18.69 and fine. Going for 15 bucks. And going to Richard. Gratzer. All right, next up. Got one shield nickel tonight. It is the 1867 No Rays in VG toned. Going for 15 bucks. This is actually a collection I want to put together at some point. And going to Richard. I want to get a nice shield nickel collection someday. Because they're widely known as being the most underappreciated series in all of numismatics. I think they're great. I like the shield nickel designs. All right, next up we got some proof nickels. These are at rock bottom prices for proof nickels. First up, 1992. Got two available. Both of them are proof deep cam, $2 each. Anybody? Both going to Richard. Next up, we have one 1993. Going for $2. Proof deep cam. And going to Richard. Gratzer. Next up, 1994. Going for $2. Going to Richard. All right, next one. $1996. And going to Richard. All right, next one up, we got two available. These are 1997s. Both are deep cams. $2 each. And both going to Richard. All right. Next up, also two available. 98s. $2 each. Both going to Richard. Congrats, sir. Next up, 2009, going for 3. It's one of those lower mintage years of the proofs. And going to Richard. And then the last one of these is the 2021. Going for $4. Prices on the proof sets are starting to get crazy through the mint. They need to seriously chill out their prices. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next up, we got one seated Liberty dime tonight. It is the 1857. It's in a VG. It does have some environmental damage, so its price is a good, going for $12. For a seated Liberty dime, $12 is a good price all day long in any grade. And going to Richard Gratzer. Which brings us to showcase item number 2. Also courtesy of Rick Snow. Check this thing out, guys. 1917 Type 1 Standing Liberty Quarter EF. Hey, Bo, now I can see you. Bo is visible again. Going for $130. So Type 1 is that's when the date was raised up on the platform. That's the lowest I can do on this one, Richard. I can't bring this one down. And going to Jack Fan. Congrats, sir. And that's 2 of the showcase items Jags fans got now. Congrats, sir. And then we've also got a 1926 Standing Liberty in VG. Going for $8. Some nice toning on it. Anything Rick's nose is bomb. I agree. Anybody on this one? $8. All right, moving on. All right, the Washington quarters all went in pre-sale, the 35, 36, and 37. So we are on to the 2000 silver proofs. So I'm going to do these, of course, as I always do. Got Massachusetts. New Hampshire. Virginia. South Carolina. And Maryland. So they're $12 each. Or $50 for the year. Drops them to $10 each if you get them all. 90% silver proofs. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next up, $50. All right, the 1964 Denver went in pre-sale. So we are kicking off with the 64 plain date. 90% silver, BU, $18. Anybody? All right, moving on to the 65. 40% silver BU, $8. All right, moving on to the 66. 40% silver BU, $8. All right, moving on to the 67. BU, $8. Get off there. Go away. Anybody? All right, moving on to the 68. Denver. BU, $8. 40% silver. Man, no love for the Kennedys tonight. All right, moving on to the 69. Denver. BU, $8. All right, moving on. Last of these, and the hardest one out of this entire series to get. The 1970 Denver. BU, $15. NIFC. These were mint set onlys. None of these were actually released into circulation. And this one is going to Richard. Congrats, sir. All right, if anybody wants the other 40%ers, I'll do all 5 for 35 bucks. That knocks $5 off. That drops them to $7 each. If anybody wants all of them plus the 64, I'll knock off another $3. That makes the 64 15. So $50 for all of them. Lowest price I can go on all of these. Anybody? Wow, nobody wants that deal. All right, moving on. Next up is the final showcase item of the night. It's not an Rick Snow holder, but I did buy it from him. It's in my own holder. $18.78 7 tail feathers Morgan dollar BU. $175. That is gorgeous. And going to Richard. Congrats, sir. That is a beautiful coin. That's only on the S. G-Dub. The 78S is the one that you look for that. I believe. Next up, 1887. Also BU, going $85. Another gorgeous coin. Am I right on that, or am I giving the wrong information? Is it the S mint that has it, or is it the plain date? I don't want to give them the wrong info. If I'm wrong, somebody say something. Anybody on this one? $85. Beautiful BU. I don't know. Let me look real quick. Load. Dollars. Morgans. Oh, it is the 7 tail feather one. Okay. Okay. You're right. It's the plain date. Which that one did not have the extra line in the fletching, so that one would be the regular. Alright, moving on. Yeah, I just looked it up on CoinFact. It's the plain date that has the... It's the 7 tail feather plain date that has the thing. If it has that extra line in the fletching, or the top arrow is split, then it's the reverse of the 79. 1888 New Orleans, BU, $80. Bling. Alright, moving on. To the 1898 New Orleans. BU for 75. Alright, I'll give you guys another deal. All 3 of these. $225. That knocks $15 off the top. That makes them straight $75 each. For BUs. Very nice. And nobody wants the Morgans. 3 beautiful BUs and nobody wants them. Alright. Moving on. Oh, Jags fan has been in the deal. Congrats, sir. It's like, dang it, I can't let that pass up. All right, next up, got a couple of peace dollars. First up, 1922 BU, 45 bucks. Bling. All right, moving on to the 1925 BU for 45. Or if anybody wants both, I'll do both for 80. Knocks 10 bucks off. And Jags fans taking that deal. Congrats, sir. I don't know, Jags fan is loving me or hating me right now. I guess it could go either way. Right, next up. Got two of these available at $4 each. These are the 1971 Denver Ikes. '71 and '72 are the years that these were not included in the mint sets. They were circulation only. So, of course, because of that, BUs are tough to come by. $4 each. One going to Paul. Congrats, Paul. Any on the second one. Buzzed up and napping shortly. Well, enjoy your nap. Any takers on the second one? $4. Hello, hello. All right, moving on. All right, next up we got some presidential proofs. Kicking off with the 2010s. Millard Fillmore. James Buchanan. Abraham Lincoln. And Franklin Pierce. $4 each, or as always, $12 for the set. Anybody? And nobody. All right, moving on. All right, next up, the Uber year, 2012. Still one of the most expensive proof sets there is. Grover Cleveland. Chester A. Arthur. Hey, Big Flip. Grover Cleveland, second term. And Benjamin Harrison. Or $20 for the set. Knocks $4 off. Grover Cleveland, 22nd. Just A. Arthur. Grover Cleveland, 24th. And Benjamin Harrison. Moving on. Next up, 2014. I've got 3 out of 4. I don't have all 4. Calvin Coolidge. Franklin Roosevelt. And Herbert Hoover. Or $9 for all 3. All right, moving on. Man, no love for the presidential proofs tonight, I guess. All right, last 4 lots on the list. Then we'll get into the recap. 2015's Lyndon B. Johnson. John F. Kennedy. Harry S. Truman. And Dwight D. Eisenhower. $4 each or 12 for the set. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, recap. I know they definitely gave him a very down look. I totally agree with you. All right, we've still got 9 of the banknotes left. They are all the 1910 1000 mark red seals. $5 each. Nine available. If anybody wants all 9, I'll do it for $36. It drops into $4 each. Saves you $9. Anybody on these? Alrighty. All right, we got the Tunisia. That one's still available. Anybody interested in that one? How was that, by the way? Aaron, are you coming in late on the banknote? Or are you bending this? I'm actually surprised Hidden didn't go for this one with the elephants. Aaron is buying the dinar. Congrats, sir. All right, Mexico. All but one of the proof-like 25 pesos is still available. Yeah, this is a nice coin, definitely. Anybody interested in any of those? All right, moving on. Still no love for Mexico tonight. All right, both the Netherlands coins are still available. Anybody interested in these? All right. Our one coin from Switzerland is still available. Oh, wrong one. Anybody on this one? All right. Our other sort of showcase item tonight is still available. Which is that beautiful BU 1919 shilling. Has the NGC list of 150 bucks. We're doing it for 85. This thing is gorgeous. All right. USA Philippines. Did anybody care about those? 44D 10 centavos and then a bunch of 20 centavos. Oh, Jags fans are grabbing the beautiful BU. Congrats, sir. And you are adding some gorgeous stuff to your collection today, Jag fan. All right. American coins. Still available are the 2021 S nickel. $4. I'll do it for $3 if anybody wants it for $3. Anybody want that one at $3? All right. And then there's the 1926 Standing Liberty Quarter VG for $8. Anybody want that one? All right. 2000S State Quarter Silver Proofs. $12 each or $50 for the set. Anybody want those? All right. Kennedy half dollars. $64, $69, Denver, $68, Denver, $67, $66, $65. $40% are $8 each. The 64 is $18 each. Or $50 for all of them. That drops this one to 15 and these to 7 each. All right. Then we got the 171 Denver Ike, $3. And all the proof presidential dollars that we just went through. Last call on everything. Richard, did you want to clear out bundle for the rest of it? Sorry for what? So, Richard, it'd be 416 for everything that's left on the list. If you want to blow out for everything that's left, I can knock it down to 350 for everything across the board. So it'd be $66 off the top for everything. Oh, all good, man. You've already grabbed a lot of really good stuff. So you've done pretty good for yourself tonight. All right, last call on everything. Oh, man, don't feel bad. You're good people. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. Everybody, thank you for coming out. As always, give me a little bit to get all these invoices together and sent out. I'm going to try and get on. Might even be able to do it tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I'll have the first of my streams for the brand new penny box. See what goodies we can find in there. If I can't do it tomorrow, I'll do it on Friday. It'll be one of the two. But all right, guys,